and welcome back to part 3 of the Book One Cozies Club chapter by chapter for Midsummer Night's Mischief, the first book in the Wiccan Wheel Mystery series by Jennifer David Hesse. I'm Di and this is my audio-only reading vlog for this book. Today I will be reading chapters 9 through 12 and sharing my thoughts with you along the way. Due to the nature of this reading vlog, there will be spoilers. So if you haven't read these chapters yet, I suggest that you not listen to this recording until you have. If you would prefer to hear my general thoughts on this book in its entirety, keep an eye out for my Book One Cozies Club series First Impressions video, which will be posted sometime after the reading vlogs for this book have commenced. So how are you this evening? I am still tired. I don't know. I guess this past week, actually the last couple weeks, have been more stressful than I thought. I am not sleeping well, so that's just life for me, I guess. But I am excited to get into tonight's chapters. Again, I'm looking forward to more investigating and a little less romantic conquest. So obviously, where we left off on last night's chapters, Kelly is very invested now in finding out about the insurance on the book, with everything that went down with Darlene, and then her getting called into her boss's office because of the confrontation at the office regarding the insurance on the book. So I'm hoping that we're going to see a little bit more investigating into that. Maybe Kelly, getting personally involved in trying to find the insurance agent or helping to get a copy of the policy or something. Maybe Eleanor did insure the book without her having to say. We don't really know. I'd like to give Eleanor the benefit of the doubt and say that she did, in fact, add it to her insurance. But that remains to be seen. So I'm going to dive into chapter 9 right now, and I'll be back with you in a bit. So I just finished chapter 10. Interesting things happening at the law firm. I would have never expected them to act so rashly about the situation, but I understand because the client who had kind of given notice was a large one, and obviously losing that client would not only have them lose revenue, but it would also have them lose publicity. What I didn't understand, though, was why they allowed Crenshaw to be in that meeting. Like, I get that his client was the one that's, the big client who is the reason why they're making this move with Kelly, but he shouldn't be in meetings like that. Not when it involves the firing of an employee. I mean, I don't believe he's a senior employee. I'm pretty sure he's not. I definitely still don't like him very much, especially with his acting like he's better than Kelly. And the way he, scrutinized her when Brandy had taken that phone call during the meeting. Yeah, he is not one of the likable characters for me. I liked him better when he was being a goofball about the folio, making a dummy out of himself in front of Eleanor because he was enthralled with the folio. But I'm back to not liking him very much anymore. But obviously now this has given Kelly the push she needs to actually do some serious investigating as far as trying to find where the book went. So I am enjoying that a lot more. I definitely think the girl next door knows something that she's not saying. I'm not sure why she won't say. If maybe it's because she was smoking when she saw that person go into Eleanor's house, or doing something else she wasn't supposed to do. But yeah, she definitely knows something. I'd be very interested to know what that is. But anyway, I am going to dive into chapter 11 right now, and I'll be back with you in a bit. So I just finished chapter 12. Interesting about Jeremy's girlfriend coming to find Kelly and ask for her assistance with Jeremy. I do find it a bit like karma that Kelly is being dragged into that, as it was stated in the book. I'm not sure what it is that she keeps going back to, quote unquote, the untouchable, and that she's dreaming about him now. And still we're going back to Wes. I definitely think Wes is a better option as far as a possible romance, but like I said, I'm not really interested in that, and I feel like there's been more talk of the romance stuff than there has been about the mystery stuff. And if you haven't watched any of my videos or listened to one of my chapter by chapters before, all of this complaining about all of the romantic stuff is probably unusual for you to hear, and that's because I don't really read romance. The cozy mysteries that I read don't usually have a lot of romance in it, and that's the way I like it. I don't usually read romance novels. It's just not something that I like to read. It's not enjoyable for me to read it. And so because this one has been so romance heavy, I'm not enjoying those parts as much as when they're doing investigative work, her and Farah. Now going back to possible suspects, early on in this book we kind of were thrown Jeremy because he had asked for that advance on his paycheck really early, and then with the folio being talked about in the office, he obviously knew about that valuable item, so he definitely could be a suspect. I don't want to think that he is because that was thrown out really, really early. She's also suspecting Wes in this recent chapter. Was it 12 or 11? She had made a comment about Wes being a suspect, but I think, if anything, Rob is probably more suspicious than Wes, especially with him being at Eleanor's house and looking kind of shifty when Kelly and Farah came to kind of look for clues. Yeah, I'd like to know what the rift is between Wes and Rob. Maybe Rob gets into trouble regularly, who knows, but I would definitely say Rob is more of a suspect than Wes at the moment. And like I said, I think I'd prefer to see Kelly with Wes if any of the people that we've met in this book so far. I think Wes is probably the one that I prefer, just based on what we've read so far. But anyway, I am liking how the investigation is progressing. I'm not really versed in Shakespeare, so while I get lots of the phrases that are coming up, I don't or can't really connect anything else to any of the references or anything like that. So maybe that is hindering me from connecting more with this story, but I am still enjoying the investigative parts, like I said. So let me know what you thought of these chapters down in the comments below. Do you have a suspect in mind? What are your thoughts on Rob and Wes and Jeremy? And also let me know what you think of how sudden the law firm told Kelly to resign. I was kind of surprised that they didn't, go to bat for her and took such drastic measures so quickly. But anyway, that's all I have for these chapters. I will be back with you tomorrow for chapters 13 through 16. I hope you're all having a great evening, and I will talk to you later. Bye!